Hi, welcome to my channel, my YouTube channel. It's Maddie Scrapbooking. My name is Sharon, and I'm glad that you came to see me today. I have a new album that I want to show you, and it's made with Graphic 45's Couture collection. And also what's different about this is I haven't made one in quite some time. This album, the covers are actually 8 1/4 by 8 1/4, and I have a 3-inch spine. I kept the front relatively simple because I don't know, I kind of like the classy look, and I think that sometimes less is more. So anyway, I fussy cut out these women and this the postage stamps and the flowers back here. The ladies are completely popped. They're 3-dimensional. I cut out 2 layers of kind of a it's a bit of a textured antique look color, and then the black ornate frame design. I thought that would frame the ladies just, you know, really well. This is a metal butterfly. I put these pearls in there because well, they were holes, and I thought, I don't know, looked like something needed to go in there. So so I put those pearls in there. This butterfly happened to match this Tim Holtz ornate plate just perfectly. So so I used it. So the name of my album is called Ooh La La. And I put pearls here also instead of the traditional brads because I wanted them to tie in with these pearls. So here's a closer look. You can see how the ladies are 3-dimensional, and so there's that's the front cover. I think it's you know, I was happy with how it turned out. So and here's my spine. It's kind of tough to get this in here, but you can see the spine. It's all the front, back, and spine all have that same vintage looking cardstock, and it's backed on black cardstock. Well, this piece is, the spine is. And then the back, it's quite large here. The back has in the center of it, it's backed on the cream or ivory, well, I don't know, vintage color. It's not cream, it's not ivory, it's just a little darker than that. Maybe deep ivory. And then backed on black. And then this is a place for you to journal, like if you wanted to dedicate it to someone. So let me show you this a little bit more. The front, and then we'll go into the inside. I've got my phone is beeping. Okay, I count a conservative 88 places for photos in here. And that's counting backing on both sides, and then using these spaces up here. Everything is on my tags this time, with the exception of these journaling cards that come with the collection, or they're all double-sided. All of the ones I handmade, excuse me, are double-sided. And I didn't do it on these because I wanted you to have the opportunity to journal there, but they most certainly are two-sided. You can use them for photo mats. I've got that, and that, and this one. I tried to make all different sizes. I've got a lot of lace in here. There's bling on every page. I've got punched borders in many places, almost on every single page. I've got this little glass dome piece here with piece of the, or one of the things from the collection. Okay, over here, and also keep in mind there's tons of magnets in here. I doubled and tripled the sets of magnets because it's such a there's a lot of there's a long, it's 8 inches wide and 8 inches across, or 8 inches tall, 8 inches across. Here are some of the littler cut aparts, and most of them will have a journaling on the back. Here's a tag I made with that hole punch up there, and then I double-sided it even. Put a little seam binding up here at the top. I used a lot of the, I don't know, banners and whatnot from it. Here again is lace, bling, and the punch border. Here's my punch border to match this. And so you have that whole big page there for, you know, photos. You can put 2, I didn't count it this way, but you can put 2 4x6 photos there. So with this being 8 inches, you know, and you know, there's a lot of room for, I mean, there's plenty of room for 2 photos. Or you could put like a large 5x7 there. That would look nice, and then you'd still have some of the collection paper as a background. It'll surround your photo, which will make it look really nice. Over here then is I've got a die cut magnetic sheet here. I've got bling at the top, and then down here I wanted it to kind of frame. Here's a nice place for a photo, and then this flips up, and I did glue this photo mat down, but this is loose up here, so you can slip something in there to fit that frame. You can journal down here if you want. You can journal up here. You know, so a lot of different. Not only is there a lot of photo space, there's a lot of journaling area. Now down here is another punch border. You have to punch the black and then the decorative paper, and these are loose so that you can slip a photo in here. Then let's see, let's get down here. Here is this is basil cardstock, that, and this tealish color up here. I've got a punch border down here and 2 rows of bling and some lace, and I put a little strip of the collection paper there. Here's a double-sided mat, and then here's that cut apart. The cut aparts, most of them, I think I might have 1 or 2 that I did back on black cardstock, and the cardstock I used to back these on is 80-pound cardstock. My pages, I started to say this, I don't know if I completed it or not, but I used a very heavy chipboard to make the album, and then the pages themselves are 110 pounds. So this is really, it's very sturdy. I carried over this teal color from over here, from this whole side, and then I put a couple of little things in here where you can slip something in if you want. I put a row of bling there, and then over here is, we've got this signature page right there. I liked it with this, and I wanted to tie in some blues. I got blue there, and here. This is the basil also, and these little pieces, you can tuck something in, because I only glued them like right at the very edge. So you can put something there, and then we'll go to this page. This, you can even, if you had several, I didn't count it that way, but if you have several little small photos, like maybe 2 or, you know, 1 or 2, 3 even, or you could put them in here, because covering up the black may not bother you as much. Here's a cut apart. Here's a double-sided mat. I put some of the, I like this paper. And then this is basil cardstock as well. I just happen to have it, and it just matched this coral color in here so well. So, and then these are all on, this is magnets, and this is magnets, and so, and now I got another whole spread here. So you've got quite a view. I put a piece of the sticker sheet right here to just give it a different edge, but you've got a wide area here for photos. Here's my waterfall. I generally have one in there. Sometimes I don't, but I had hand dyed this seam binding, and I thought it matched real well, so I decided to use it. So I've got, these are loose. Anywhere you see these in the waterfall, I'm pretty sure, we'll check as we go, but they're loose so that you can slide a photo under. See that? And then now this one's not loose. I glued that one down because it's small and it's a nice little place to put a date. Here's that. This one is loose. That one, oh, I hope I'm showing y'all this. And this one is loose. And then down there, I got a row of bling down here. I put a piece, a decorative, some of the decorative paper in between to kind of, you know, finish it off. I thought made it look a little more classy. And so, and then here's a row of bling up here. Over here is, I hate to keep moving the book, but it works better if I do. Here is, I used a 12 by 12, 8 by 8, and I didn't use any of the 6 by 6 patterns and solids, although I had it on hand just to, in case I wanted it, but I ended up, I didn't need it. I was able to cut and get everything I wanted out of this, out of the sizes that I had. I'm just going to put that in reserve for future. Here this side has, you know, the same, you know, border. Here is a journaling, photo journaling cut apart. There's a double-sided tag. This was one of the cut aparts that I knew I had one. I was pretty sure I had one. Here's a place for a photo, or a couple of little small craft ones if you have them and want to use those. This is magnetized. It snaps to this page right here. Over here I mounted, let's see, did I Oh, I didn't glue that down. I think I started not to, and then I thought, well, I'll go back and glue it down, and then I didn't. But I decided to put this, create a photo mat right here because I liked how that looked. Over here then is another little date sticker. It is glued down. So is this glass dome. And it says ooh la la in there. That's a cute place for a date. So that's why I kind of put it up and out of the way so that you'd have a place for a date. Still, you've got room for 2 4x6 photos in there. Crop if necessary. But maybe you won't have to. I like these ladies here. I think they're pretty. They go so well with the papers, the colors in it, this deep coral, and of course the black. And she's stunning. I just love her. I did put one of the little banners down here. It is glued down. A row of bling there. This is all magnetized. This flips open. And make sure I didn't mess something up here. Things kind of snag on my cloth there. I've got this lady here, and then I've got this cut apart, and you can journal on the back if you wish. This is a double-sided mat, and it's held with magnets. What did I do here? Okay. This is a pocket page with the lace and bling, and I cut these cut aparts, and then I just staggered them where I kind of wanted them. Here's 2 photo journaling cards. Again, I counted these as 2 each because you can use them for photos if you want. If you don't, use one side for journaling. You got a lot of options there with that. Here is, on this side, this is a side pocket page, and I've got this from the cut aparts. And I made this double-sided mat. And then I've got this from the cut-aparts, also out of the 8x8, the 12x12 page. Here's lace trim and bling. Bling is throughout, so that's a given. I like using it. I think it's very beautiful, and it kind of really dresses things up. And then when you put it on a little piece of trim, it's really pretty. This is all Tim Holtz trim that I used in here, by the way. Here are some mats that are double-sided. Here's my lady again. Well, they're all beautiful. There's that, and then that one, and that. And that. So, I forgot how I had those in there, but anyway, I like the shoes, and well, all these papers, they're just beautiful, and they go together so well. Down here is one of the, from the banner collection, and the inside covers, I backed those on that deep ivory paper, just like I did on the front covers. So you can see here, this is on the deep ivory as well, and the front covers are also. And so I used it a few different places. That's what this is made of, is that deep ivory. Here is my album. I hope you like it. My new size here, 8 1/4 by 8 1/4. I'm going to today is February 2nd. I'm going to try to have it up on eBay. I've got it scheduled already, so hopefully I'll be able to make it. Thanks so much for coming to see me. Hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.